We're currently strategizing in Pokemon's hardest known game to date, Radical Red. The game is specifically designed to provide harder battles for budding trainers feeling up for a challenge throughout an entire Pokemon adventure. And let me tell you, it's every bit as difficult as they say. On our last outing, we got taken out by both Bugsy, okay that one was my fault, and Misty, and we're looking to get back on track to redeem our reputation as the greatest Pokemon trainer in the land. I am taking the solemn vow to never lose a Pokemon battle again. For the next 5 minutes, terms and conditions may apply. First things first, we needed to get that Cascade badge from Misty, and I was feeling confident that we could get straight back into the battle after our last bout. We had the knowledge on how to handle Misty's team, and any potential pitfalls that may arise on our side. With VGC's help, we set up both our screens and got the paralysis on Frogadier. The key to this battle was momentum, and Bugsy's U-turn TM was going to put in work to make sure we could get clean switch-ins and keep the odds in our favour wherever possible. A disguised Nightmare drew out the Clodsire, allowing Swamps to come in and take the incoming Bulldoze while retaliating with one of her own. Neither Starmie nor Floatzel would appreciate the drop in speed here, and we got lucky, having Misty choose to go into Starmie. With the speed drop, VGC could come in and set up a light screen to weaken Starmie's firepower, and managed to successfully get off a Nuzzle to paralyse it before being knocked out. A valiant effort from the team so far. Nightmare came in and this time caught a retreating Starmie with the pursuit, taking it out of commission. Some chip damage was done to the incoming Floatzel, before losing Nightmare to a flip turn. This set us up in the perfect position to force the incoming Clodsire back out, and fire off a Bulldoze to reduce the Floatzel's speed too. Some clever switches again saw Rose come in to take the incoming Hidden Power Grass and set up a Leech Seed on the Clodsire, which decided to come back in. Firing off a Giga Drain here would KO an incoming Floatzel, or take a chunk of damage from the Clodsire. And ultimately, from here there was no way we could lose. As the ancient proverb says, knowledge really is power. We claimed our second gym badge and a useful TM flip turn, to give our team even more manoeuvrability. Our next destination was Vermilion City, where that luxury cruise was waiting for us. But before we could go eat as much food to our heart's content, we had to navigate a tricky rocket encounter and push on through Route 6. Alita evolved into Mien Xiao to give some additional firepower and speed to the team, whilst also giving us access to the Regenerator ability, an especially useful skill that gives us some passive healing whenever we switch out during battles. Considering potions aren't allowed during boss fights, you can see the value here. We also got some entry hazards for Rose, which would synergise nicely with a Venoshock TM we had just found. Eventually, we reached the port town of Vermilion City. After a quick trip to the Pokemon Center, we picked up another egg to hatch ourselves a Capsakid. Thinking to the future, this was a great hatch. We were getting closer to facing Erica, and the dual typing of Scovillain meant we would be able to quad resist her grass moves. After picking up a few basic items from the various residents from the city, I headed over to Route 11 to do some levelling up and earn some more funds. When suddenly I saw what looked like Whitney just hanging out by a rock. You know, as you do. Before challenging her, it would probably be best if we checked out that ship we had earned our place on. Turns out, this vessel was less a cruise of your dreams and more a holiday from hell. It seemed Nightmare got the memo, as it evolved while on board. This followed on from our first battle on deck, which was a double battle showing off the power of the pledges. Now I confess, I had never seen these moves in action, so it was pretty cool seeing how they worked. Just maybe not at Swamp's expense. We then went to the cabin posing as staff and offering room service until we were shouted at by an old man who, honestly, I kind of relate to more and more with each passing day. Youths, am I right? Posing as a waiter was hungry work, so we stopped by the kitchen to grab a bite to eat before heading to the upper deck, where another double battle was waiting for us. These sailors meant business, using Pokemon that effectively nullified water attacks against them, while packing some serious firepower themselves. This Cormorant was going to be an issue, I could just tell. VGC stepped into the ring and started strengthening our defences, while Rose started putting down some spikes to whittle down our opponents. Despite the screen, Cormorant was still doing some serious damage. In order to start limiting their damage output, fake Alita fired off a Snarl to hit both Pokemon and reduce their special attack, while the real Alita pivoted in to, if not anything else, really bamboozle our opponents. Anyone think of that Spider-Man meme? For which they were completely unfazed. This Cormorant man, and then the incoming Nidoqueen absorbing my spikes? Woo. Blows continued to be exchanged until we were left with 2 Pokemon apiece, included that blasted Cormorant. Luckily it was too weak to do anything now, and went down easily to a Rock Tomb, leaving only the Luminion to be dealt with. We got through the battle, but as I visited the rest of the cabins, it was hitting me just how clever these battles were becoming. These were just random trainers on a ship, but they were using tactics which you rarely saw in the original Pokemon games. It was downright intimidating, and yet I was loving every single minute of it. As we approached the captain's quarters, I knew there was usually a rival battle here, so prepared for the worst. Oh, it's Brendan again. Turns out I was worried for nothing. As compared to the previous double battle, this fight was a total cakewalk. I'd have got through totally unscathed if it wasn't for one crit through screens taking out VGC. Brendan rewarded us with a couple of items, one of which made my heart flutter. If I remembered my Diamond and Pearl days, the shiny stone was exactly what I needed to get a Roserade. To my excitement, it was. We had a Roserade, and right before Lieutenant Surge too. All that was left to do was provide the captain with some relief from his seasickness to obtain the cut HM. I also did the obligatory look in the bin to find, oh, a like and subscribe button. Might as well click those. Yeah, no, it was actually a lot of vomit. And I mean a lot of vomit. With the new HM, we could access Vermilion City Gym. As I watched the SS Anne sail into the sunset, I could not get one question out of my mind. Why was his career choice to be a sailor if he gets seasick that badly? Anyway, the gym was waiting. First things first though, I had to save a boulder from Whitney's intense gaze. The Gen 2ers will remember how truly terrifying Whitney's meal tank was back in the day. Since then, there have been some really cool normal dual typings released over the years, so I was looking forward to this battle. Having Alita was a huge advantage for the fight, with the exception of Farigarath. Radical Red's version saw it have the Parental Bond ability, an ability that allows the Pokemon to perform a follow-up attack for 25% bonus damage. So that was pretty cool to see. Victory against Whitney yielded a very useful held item, Eviolite, which would no doubt come in handy with giving us a little extra bulk versus Surge. All that was left now was to clear the gym and undertake possibly the hardest challenge known to Pokemon trainers across the globe, Lieutenant Surge's Bins. For those of you who don't know, Surge's Bins are a bit of a meme. The challenge itself is infuriating, and can be the bane of many speedrunners' runs. See, the bins contain switches which the player needs to press in order to unlock the door to Surge. The switches in question are generated on an individual basis. The first switch will be randomly generated in one of the 15 bins in the gym. Once the player finds the first switch, the second switch will randomly spawn into one of the adjacent bins for the player to search. Sounds easy enough, right? Well, here's the catch. If the player doesn't find the second switch, the first switch resets and the player has to find it again. Yeah, that means there's a 25% chance to reset the challenge every single time, or a 50% if you're lucky enough to get a bin at a corner. You can see the problem. I think they had patched this out in Radical Red though. Either that or I got extremely lucky first try. With bins thoroughly rummaged, it was time for the main event, Lieutenant Surge. Would our ground types carry us through? There's only one way to find out. Guys, fingers crossed, we're gonna go into this, and we're gonna give it our very best shot. Right, here we go, Surge. I'm really scared for this as well. Level 34, there are lots of Pokemon available, and there are lots of moves as well. Pokemon to have learnt, so this is gonna be an intense one. Gym leader number 3. We've only lost to, weirdly the second one gave us quite a lot of trouble, but Whitney we handled pretty well. Pinurchin, very strong defensively. You know, is this electric poison type? Is this an electric poison type? Because that's going to completely ruin my game plan if that's the case. No, it's water. Okay, it's water. Okay, yeah, no, this is a good matchup. This is a really good lead because I resist both of the stabs here. I am going to go with the plan. with the toxic spikes. Let's get the toxic spikes going. I'm probably just going to settle for one as it stands. Probably just set for those. Hidden power, it's probably going to be fire. I reckon it's going to be a fire. That is fire, by the looks of it. Or it could be ice. It could be ice. Ice for ground. Ice for ground would make sense. So that's feasible for it to be that. I'm just going to Giga Drain here. Because I think Pinurchin's got much better defense than it has special defense. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's just going to one-shot it. So there we go, back to full. As if that round didn't happen. We have got the Toxic Spikes up as well. So that means our Venoshock is going to be doing quite a lot of work at some point, hopefully. As long as there's no poison. There's the Raichu. The Raichu early. Oh, it's the Psychic. It's the Alolan one. Okay. So that's not so good right now, but we do know that we are going to get that Psychic attack right now. So I think going to Nightmare here is going to be absolutely fine. So we should be drawing in some sort of Psychic move. Nasty Plot. That's terrifying. Because... oh gosh, special attack is going up. Okay, the poison's putting in the work. If I'd have known I'd have had that, that's really risky. That's really, really risky. I can't... Surely the AI must have known I was changing there. That's so risky with the Venoshock just literally rating. I'm gonna go. This is a tough one because I know whatever it's gonna use is definitely gonna hurt at this point. Do we think it's gonna swap? No, just use Discharge. Okay, that's just gonna be a stab Discharge just right there. Okay. That to me says that the AI cannot be tricked by illusion, so I can no longer use this illusion strat because that is literally a Swampert right there that they know is oh, not a Swampert, a Marshtomp right there, and they just went for Discharge. So the illusion does nothing. So all this time I've just been thinking, yeah, I could just do this. The illusion does literally nothing. Okay, that's good to know. That's good knowledge. It's kind of a shame. That is kind of a shame because it's got a free nasty plot off. I'm just going to go to Elita here. I think going Elita here and using the fake out. It's sad that we can't bait another psychic type attack though, so I am just going to go for the fake out just to, you know, get the flinch on the Raichu. I think we outspeed. I do think we outspeed Raichu, but I'm not going to risk that. I'm going to go... You're going to be going for a psychic type attack, right? That's definitely going to be happening. So I'm going to go to BGC. I'm going to try and absorb this with a high specially defensive Mon. There's a Psy Shock. Okay. Okay, interesting. That's fine. That was a lot of damage. I think even with the light screen up, this is going to do... I think this is going to take us out here because that did 80 odd damage. The poison's going to be putting in some work here. Let's go with the light screen. I put on Electro Web as well on VGC because Nuzzle's not really going to do anything in this battle. So I thought get rid of that and just keep Electro Web because then we can try and reduce something speed to slow it down. We did get the light screen up, which is really good. The poison's going to put it within range of that fake out. So now if we go back to Elita and we're able to use our fake out, that's really good. We have lost 2 Pokemon compared to their 1. If they might change here. They might change here. They choose not to. That's fine. I also put U-turn on Elita as well and also a Nightmare just to get a little bit of momentum so that we can keep going with that. This is scary though because we've taken out 2, but there's still 3 left to go. Okay, there's Pawmont. That's a fighting type Pokemon. Okay, that's fine because we get that. I think it might be, but it might have Ice Punch or Fire Punch because it does get the elemental punches right. It is gonna outspeed me. I'm pretty sure this is a pretty pacey Mon. I don't think it's gonna. It might have access to Aerial Ace. So if he's got access to Aerial Ace, that's gonna be a really strong attack that we're gonna have to suffer through. It's going to have an Electro move, it's going to have a fighting move. It could have Ice Punch or Fire Punch is the problem. It could have that, but Aerial Ace could be the move that it has as coverage. I think I'll stay in and I'll Drain Punch in... Because I don't... Unless we scout out something, we go to either Swamps or we go to Daphne. Because Daphne's going to be taking a lot of hits from this thing. But if there's going to be an Ice Punch incoming right now, that's going to really hurt us. That's going to really hurt us. If it goes for an electric move, then fine. Like, that, it might go for that if it's, you know, stab. If it goes for... If it's got Aerial Ace, Daphne will eat that. If it's Ice Punch, then, you know, there's not a lot that we can do there. I'm going to go... I think I'm going to go to Daphne, who is the highest defense, to try and see if we can sponge this up. Just so we can see, because if it doesn't electric, there's Drain Punch. We could have just done Drain Punch for Drain Punch. See, this scares me, because now I feel like we're facing an Ice Punch, whatever we do. Whatever we do, we're going to get an Ice Punch here. I think I'll go, yeah, there's the Ice Punch, as I thought. This isn't stab. So this hopefully wouldn't have killed us, which means I can get up the Stomping Tantrum here. I have put the Soft Sand on Daphne, which means we should, as we do get the kill on that one. So that's Pawmont dealt with. That's a Pawmont dealt with. Oh, this is nervy. Belly Bolt. Belly Bolt is... This is like a Gen 9, right? This is one of the most recent ones. It's pure electric. It's gone into this with quite some confidence. Now, I don't think I'm going to be outspeeding this. I don't think Donphan's got the particularly best speed stat. I don't think Belly Bolt's got... I could be right. I don't know enough about the Gen 9 Pokemon. Is it worth potentially breaking a Sash here? I think it might be. I think it might be. Because I think this is going to... This could use Belly Drum, actually. Because the risk is if it goes for Belly Drum, and I don't think I'm going to be able to take it out. We really don't want that. Whereas if we get an Ice Shard, and then we have Belly Drum, and then we have the fake out, we can at least try and take it down that way. It's going to have it might have a berry. If it's going to belly drum, it might have a berry. But will it see, if it sees a kill here, because I think that's the way the AI is working, if it sees a kill, it will go for it. So I think we anticipate a belly drum, we just attack. Stomping jab. Wow, we go first. Okay. Okay, so this is a very slow Pokemon. Okay. I don't know. I don't know Gen 9 Pokemon all too well. But that's good. We got some good damage off. So we charge his power. Muddy Water. Okay, yeah, that's taking us out. That's taking us out there. Okay. Okay, so it's called Muddy Water. It's going to get hit by the poison. The light screen's now gone for us, so that's a little bit scarier. I think going Elita here. I think going Elita here. We'll use Fake Out just to bring it down lower. So we'll get the Fake Out going here. There's the Fake Out. Okay, that's lower. Charge with power. That's fine. Flinched. Hurt by poison. Okay, now I think we'll go for the Drain Punch. We'll go for the Drain Punch. Okay, we dealt with the Belly Bolt. We dealt with the Belly Bolt. Okay, okay. So what is your last Pokemon then? What is Surge's last Pokemon? Okay, we are going to have... It's Manectric. Okay, I had a feeling it was going to be Manectric. I feel a lot of, like, especially since Gen 3, whenever you see lightning, electric gyms, you're just like, well, I think this is going to be happening, right? I think we're going to get a Manectric. Manectric's a really scary Pokemon. Is this going to Mega Evolve? Because we do know Mega Evolutions in the game. That's really scary. Okay, it's going to have an Elemental Fang, so we're going to be in trouble with Rose. We also know it's probably going to have some sort of grass move, maybe Grass Knot or something like that. Hidden Power Grass. So that's going to be really, really scary. I'm very nervous about letting Alita go down here, because Alita is my fastest Pokemon. I wonder if it's worth going to Swamp to see what move is inbound here. Probably going to be a Mega Evolution. We're going to take some damage. Because if it is fast, and if it has a grass move, there's nothing we're going to be able to do for Swamp. So I think going to Swamps here is the play. And we'll keep the Fake Out on Alita. Because Rose should be able to, especially now being a Rose raid. There's the Mega Evolution. Okay, so definitely, yeah. Mega Manectric. Okay. Scary. Scary, scary, scary Pokemon. There's the Intimidate again. It's a little bit of a problem on Swamps. A little bit of a problem. Volt Switch doesn't do anything. Great. So we get a free switch in. We do, of course. I wonder if now I swap. I wonder if now... Do I swap now? And do I go to Roserade? Thinking that it's going to go for a grass type move. It could go for an ice type move, but I don't know. Let's go. Let's swap. Let's swap and go. Let's swap and go Rose. We can do some swap stalling here as well, because we are on the time with the poison. There's Hidden Power. Is it ice or is it grass? Grass. Awesome. Okay. Okay, we're in a good position now. We're in a really, really good position now. I am just going to try and fire off a Venoshock. Flame Burst, that's going to hurt. That might take us out. Nope, we're fine. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. We get the Auron Berry propping as well, which means that we will survive another one. If we don't take it down, this is a 130 base power stab. This should take it down, though. There we go. Surge wasn't too bad. Surge actually wasn't too bad. I think I overthought a few bits, though, of that battle. But yeah, that's not too bad at all. Next time, it's time to open the wallet as we head to the shopping centre of the Poké World, Celadon City. Provided the ghosts of Lavender Town don't take our soul first. Will Erica prove to be the next stumbling block, or will we blossom into a true champion in the making?